The Rotela clan originates from Paraguay. It owes its name to the Rotela family, Armando Javier Rotela and his cousin Oscar. In 2007, they began selling crack in Tabati, a suburb of Asuncion. The history of the Rotela clan is a story of how trading on the corner quietly turned into a huge and profitable enterprise. The Rotela brothers started by hiring several acquaintances from Tabati. These workers had to sell crack not only on the streets, but also in prisons. The Robles especially loved the Concepcion prison. Most drug dealers from this prison preferred to buy from Armando and Oscar. Gradually, the brothers moved only from selling to creating the product. Thus, in 2014, Paraguayan officials reported that a crack lab belonging to the brothers had been liquidated. Not only the equipment but also slightly less than 5 tons of ready-to-sell goods burned in the fire. Something tells me that 5 tons could have been enough for more than just the Concepcion prison. This means that the brothers' business was developing quite successfully and there was a large demand for their goods. If the destruction of the drug lab somehow harmed the brothers, it was not much. Because after some 5 years, in 2019, according to experts, Armando Rotela controlled almost half of the crack market in Paraguay. The Rotela clan is still alive and well. Recruitment of new members now takes place mainly in prisons. According to the most conservative estimates, the gang consists of about 1,000 people. This number is more than any other group in Paraguay. However, quantity does not always mean quality. According to local officials, most of the members of the group are either drug addicts who sell crack for a fix or prisoners awaiting their sentence. There is no point in talking about any long-term plans for such members. And without quality performers, it becomes obvious that the Rotela clan's ceiling is only trading in prisons and nothing more. Armando Javier Rotela and Oscar Rotela Ayala still lead the clan. In 2014, Oscar Rotela was charged with murder and drug trafficking. 3 years earlier, in 2011, Armando was also captured. However, he spent only 1 year in prison, after which he escaped from Misiones prison in the company of 9 other members of the clan. It is noteworthy that the authorities of all the prisons in which Armando had to sit. They noted his politeness and even some intelligence. He was always emphatically polite and respectful both to ordinary guards and to the higher administration. Thanks to his politeness, he always managed to achieve some privileges. In general, while in prison, Armando did not sit idly by. He paid attention to those prisoners who were not supported by anyone, who were not helped from outside. Very often, they were the ones who received an offer that was impossible to refuse, to join the gang. However, sometimes Armando's politeness gave way to anger. It was he, according to a number of researchers, who organized a riot in the Tacumba prison, during which 10 people from the Rotela clan died. Perhaps, only then did the government for the first time acknowledge the very existence of the clan and the threat it posed. If earlier it was believed that representatives of the clan operated, at most, in 2 to 3 prisons, then it became obvious that the network was too large to ignore. In March 2020, Armando Javier Rotela was sentenced to 27 years in prison for participating in a criminal conspiracy and drug trafficking. But something tells me that he will still have his say.